Hello, dear listener. Welcome to Into the Discussion, the podcast where the hosts, Alex Dog One and Swag Pug Dude, talk about whatever they want, whatever comes to mind, and you get to listen in on the discussion. The theme for today's episode is really nothing. This is episode 1. Welcome to the podcast. Today, they're just going to be discussing whatever comes to mind. There is no set theme, and pretty much just going to see where it goes. So, start your workout, start the Excel sheet you were supposed to finish yesterday, or just sit back and relax and enjoy the episode. Hey guys, and welcome to the don't really have a name for this podcast. I don't think that I was ever going to have a name for this podcast, but this is the 2025 project that I was teasing the end of last year, 2024. The power of editing. I love editing. This is going to be so nice to edit. This is going to be great.
I'll take care of that. All of
yes,
that.
you could
All
record
of
the editing.
this.
Oh yes, you can do that. You can do that. We're gonna keep this in for the bit. This was totally planned. This was exactly what was going to happen. Oh my
Yeah, I'm
gosh.
actually reading a script right now.
Did you write out a script while I was talking?
Yes.
Oh no. That was the
That's the podcast, guys. Thanks for coming.
that was the podcast. Thanks for joining. Um but anyways, yeah, this was the secret project that I was teasing at the end of last year. And originally I was going to be the only host, and we were going, or I was just going to be talking about anything that I really wanted to talk about. That didn't end up happening. Um, so I want to quickly introduce. Well, he doesn't really need very much of an introduction because he's edited a couple of my videos on my channel. My cousin Marcus, Swag Pug Dude, whatever you want to call yourself for this project, I suppose. I don't know. He's going to be the co-host of this podcast, and we're just going to, I mean, it's kind of changed, and now it's going to be that we're going to be discussing anything that we want to discuss.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you introduced me. I've edited. I've done gameplays with you. I
That's
almost
true. That's
started
true.
another podcast with you with a bunch of other people, and that ended up falling through. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no, that podcast, nobody advertised that. So as far as as far as we as far as we can see and anyone else can see, it doesn't exist.
Actually, I will say this to whoever is listening to this. The podcast does have a YouTube channel with no videos. So please take your guess if you can find a podcast like that.
No videos, no profile picture, no banner, a description, and I believe 7 subscribers for some reason. I'm pretty sure it was all of us that subscribed to it.
All of the hosts that were going to be there subscribed.
Oh yes, oh yes. I'm sure that they'll come on this one like eventually for like a couple episodes. It would probably end up being very similar to the videos that we recorded.
You
Um
did have a description. Interesting.
I did. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote the description. I don't remember
Oh,
what I
you know what?
said.
Let me give a little clue. Okay, the description. Well, no, because then that'll kind of take out the guessing part. But the date
Oh,
that it was
ocean robbers.
created was
Apparently,
March 13th of this year. So, well, sorry, last year, I guess. In the time this comes out.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're recording this like a couple months early so that it could be set and ready. I wonder if I subscribe to that. I don't know what did I say? Oh wait, no. Did I
We can look
unsubscribe
at it
from it?
after.
Did I unsubscribe from it? Oh yeah, it's irrelevant because
Uh,
that's not this podcast, is it?
no,
Anyways,
I'm
so
still subscribed to it.
oh dang. We all really did subscribe to it. That's what we call real fans. The fans of your own project. Self-support.
Fans
That's
of
that's
narcissism or
everything.
self-confidence, you decide.
Okay, and I guess I'll give a quick introduction too for people who don't know who the heck that I am, and I act like that I'm like the main host or something. I'm Alex. My online alias or my online name is AlexDog1. I'm a small YouTube gamer that plays anything that I can get my hands on, but it's primarily horror and games that I play with Marcus and all them other weirdos that are not going to be on this podcast anytime soon. Probably, I don't know.
Uh, do any of our other former hosts that we never recorded with, do any of them know about this podcast?
I mean, Ryder does. She did the logo for the
Oh, right.
podcast. Yeah, she drew that.
You you should definitely link her channel whenever this gets uploaded,
Oh,
because
of
she
course,
has
of
an
course, of
art
course.
channel.
Oh yes, oh yes. She's a fantastic artist. She's done a lot of things for me. All right, so the purpose of this podcast, it's a very important thing to say for at least in the first episode. What the heck are these people listening for? What's the reason? Because I'm sure that they didn't click on this just to listen to two very incredibly intelligent people have very incredibly intelligent conversation. This is going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. But the whole theme of this podcast, and also the whole reason that I wanted to make it was we're going to be talking about, like I said, literally anything we want to, and we're going to be sharing our opinions on it. May it be, I don't know, just stupid stuff going on in the world, or the weird things that we play. I guess funny experiences that we both have, just literally anything. It is pretty much just a slop podcast, I guess. And as we talk, and as anyone else that joins us, as they talk too, I guess the listener is just eavesdropping, I suppose.
I'm leaving in all of it.
No, you're not leaving in all of it. You're editing out
I'm
the
leaving
stuff
in
that's.
everything.
Oh
I'm going to
no.
tell you that I'm editing things out, but I lied. I'm actually leaving it all in. If you accidentally spill your address, that's on you.
If I accidentally slur, then it's going to be written down in my history.
I'm actually gonna go into editing to like boost that part specifically.
You're gonna turn it up like 100% and beyond 100%, 150%.
Yes. So
Oh
watch what
no.
you say.
Oh no. I mean, I would never say something like that anyways. I don't think so, at least.
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good idea though that it would be like moderately unfiltered, like unfiltered, mostly unedited except for obvious stuff.
Yeah, like if I drop my mic on the floor, we'll probably cut that out.
Oh yes. Drop your mic on the floor. Are you holding your microphone?
Heck no. But if I like hit it or something.
In what circumstance would you be smacking your microphone so hard that it falls on the floor?
What if there's a mosquito near me? I'm like, dang it, hold on, Alex. What a nice discussion we're having. Let me hit this mosquito. Oh, I missed. And then I hit the microphone.
You were going to say something like, I was imagining it was Nicholas's nose.
What? What does that even mean? Like his nose grows like Pinocchio? What?
No,
I
that
catch
you're
him in a
just
lie and
smacking
he's
it. That you're
oh
just smacking it.
I no, I kinda need you to explain this thought process. What
I'm saying
depending on
that,
your
like,
thought process, I may leave this in.
wait, what?
So
No.
what do you mean his nose specifically? Why would that knock over my
I don't know
microphone?
his. I don't know his nose, face. I guess. I don't know that you were just smacking him. I don't know for the communism. I don't know.
We're gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If you don't understand these jokes, then go watch our Lethal Company videos and you'll understand 100%. Or
But
go
not
watch
even the
those.
Lethal Company videos could explain that. Let me
Okay,
give a quick rundown. It's some context to the communism joke at
no, no,
least.
go ahead.
Um, Nicholas is a friend of ours, and when in high school, one of his teachers, I think it was a history teacher, was actually pro-communism, and he tried teaching the class like about the benefits of communism. And I don't know if he's joking or not, or just trying to mess with us, but he was pretty convincing if he wasn't that, yeah, communism is actually pretty cool. And so now we call him a communist randomly.
I don't think I
Um,
recall that minor detail that his teacher was.
no, that I'm not even kidding. That was his teacher.
Oh, dang, I didn't know that. Or at least I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, his teachers are weird. That whole school had very questionable teachers.
Oh
But
my
yeah.
goodness. Only in South Texas. Only
Oh
in South
yes.
Texas. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be held at gunpoint by so many people just with this first few minutes.
Uh,
No, leave it all in. Leave it
no,
all in. Like seriously, leave it all.
I'm not. Whatever, forget it. There's no
Experience.
explaining our way out of that one. We've
This is the
stated everything we need
experience.
to.
This is the experience that they clicked on this specific podcast. This slop is what they clicked for.
Oh, there's
Oh
like a
wow.
salad that has like peanuts in it. It's just.
All right. Anyways, I guess we should move on. We should move on from that topic like very fast, so fast, like
Oh
Sonic the
yes,
Hedgehog fast.
avoid it like the plague. Yes.
I guess is there anything that you want to talk about specifically, like any small talk, like anything in general? I suppose.
Speaking of plagues,
Oh no.
are they really that bad? I'm kidding. Okay.
Listen,
I
I'm
don't.
sure ev- everyone still has trauma from COVID-19. That was a plague in itself.
I mean, yeah, I guess it was.
Oh no, now we're going to be
How were y'all doing during COVID? Well, I guess I'm asking you. How was COVID for you? Because I didn't know you at the time.
it was different. I mean, I experienced it different than everyone else did because I was homeschooling at that point, and Wisconsin, I guess, I mean, it was uh unsettling to leave the house and have like nobody in town at all except the caravan that was outside of Costco. But yeah,
So it turned your town into a ghost town.
pretty much, but I didn't for like I know that a lot of kids were like already like they went from public school to homeschooling really quickly. I was already homeschooling, so that wasn't really much of a change for me. The only thing that I really experienced was mm, like no social life. There was no one, nobody.
No, I mean that's a good explanation. People were kind of they were kind of upset about the isolation that COVID brought. But I mean, I'm sure, experience changes. Texas is a big state, but away from Wisconsin, things weren't really like that down here.
I heard that Texas was it was a little more like open and not really as strict about it, if I remember correctly.
I remember very vividly how upset people were that people in Texas, it was very common to like walk around without a mask.
You know, a lot of people make fun of Texas, and I could say it because for most of my life up until like 16 years old, I lived up in Wisconsin. Everyone makes fun of Texas. It's so weird. I don't understand, or I didn't understand until we moved here. And then I saw that it is a little bit different here in a good way, in a lot of good ways. And other people are just absolutely crazy or something. And they think that
I
being
mean,
normal is not normal. I don't know. It's weird.
it's because we say y'all, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
It's
y'all
because it
thing.
rolls off our tongue.
Yes,
No, I
it's the
mean,
y'all.
let's be real. Texas has its problems, but like, I don't know. It
The
was we had very different problems during COVID.
the y'all was one of them.
Y'all will forever be one of our problems. We can't help it. It's in our blood.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
I went to Walmart during it was like right whenever the mandates were kind of starting to go down. Of like, don't leave your house, the
Oh
social
yeah.
distancing stuff was still and nobody listened to it, but it was still in order for a while.
All that good
And
stuff.
yeah, we were I forgot what exactly we were doing there, but I remember seeing a guy come in and he had no shirt, but he was wearing a mask.
No shirt and
And it's
wearing a
just like
mask.
yeah, it was the most Texas thing I've ever seen. I'll put it that way. But you couldn't help but notice and think, "Oh, how safe he's being."
Not to mention the people that wear the mask over their mouth and not over their nose. I see that as
I
on
had
par with
heard,
that.
yes, although it's funny, people would get more upset at you for doing that than just not wearing a mask at all. Because what's that restaurant's name? It was like a little barbecue place.
Oh,
But
there's
this
lots of
girl
those.
ended up getting sent home Yes, true. This girl got sent home because she had a mask, but she was wearing it like under her nose. So I guess it got enforced sometimes.
It's hard to believe that that was 4 years ago now, almost 5 years ago. Oh, actually, no. As of this podcast episode airing, it would be 5 years ago.
The absolute panic is kind of crazy to think about how fast it went by.
Oh yeah, that was only in like 4 or 5 months, and then it continued. It dragged out for 2 years.
Yeah, I'd say like yeah, I guess 2 years would be about right because it was like the end of 2021 where things finally started to calm down with that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you had COVID at one point, if I'm remembering correctly. So how was that for you?
I had COVID twice, I believe. I didn't get it as bad as like some other people, because it was like a thing where uh the people that had like already pre-existing health conditions that they got hit worse, and that includes like older people and uh older people and all that, because they're old people. But I got COVID twice, and both times were about the same. The worst that I got was, it felt like just a cold. I lost my taste. My chest just hurt, and I had like a sore throat, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and a terrible head cold. The head cold was horrible. I hated that so much. I already have problems with like being mentally exhausted all the time, and then having that on top of it, it sucked so bad.
Yeah, I also had it twice, I think. Maybe three times by now. I don't know. I think just twice. But
Ah,
it really didn't feel like anything out of the usual. Like
yeah.
if no one had told me COVID was a thing, I wouldn't have known it was anything that was like kind of serious. COVID literally just made me sneeze. That was it. I sneezed a lot.
Yeah, like I said, it was like the people that were already sick in some way that really got sick, or unfortunately a lot of them ended up passing too.
Yeah, no. I mean, COVID is it was a serious thing. It was a plague, I guess.
Yes, the only thing that wasn't so serious about it was the amount of memes that came out of it, and a lot of other things too,
Oh
like
yes.
the memes. The memes, and also, like the types of games that came out of it. Let's segue into something else that's a little more lighthearted and not as depressing as COVID was, because I don't think anyone really wants to be reminded of that.
Ooh, you were
Good
you were
segue.
not
That
gonna
was
like the direction I was about to go in.
that was a good segue though into something else. It's
Um,
actually, I think it's a good thing to like for starting off this podcast, because it's something we can both like relate to and talk about, is the concept, like the built on concept of like multiplayer games that are, you know, I don't think it's the word, but collaborative, or however you say that, uh, where you can like interact with your friends in the game to get stuff done and stuff like that, or just online games in general, like one that we played recently, Fall Guys. That was one.
oh no.
Fall
Is that video still
Guys.
coming out?
Yeah, it is. That video is actually coming out. I actually have the day that it's supposed to come out. It comes out, or it came out rather, as of when this comes out. It came out. Where is that? Fall Guys. November 14th is when that's going to be uploaded,
Oh,
or
not
was
far from
uploaded.
now.
Yeah, no, not far at all. Um, yeah, yeah, we played Fall Guys. That was an interesting experience, a very interesting experience. But like,
Keep in mind, this is not 2020. We're not talking about COVID because it's 2020. We're in 2024 as of recording,
oh yes,
and
oh yes.
we hopped on Fall Guys because I had heard from Alex here that he watched somebody else play it and it looked fun. I didn't realize he was watching an old gameplay,
The
so I
almighty,
haven't.
the almighty Markiplier. Yes. I watched I watched one of those videos from 2020. It went back when it was a really big thing. Oh my
Oh
goodness. And,
yes.
and then I was like, we gotta play this. We absolutely got to. Actually, I was gonna play it with cats, but he ended up getting like his nose surgery or whatever that was, and we didn't end up doing it. And I asked
Oh,
Andy,
right. Katz
he
was
doesn't have
another
time.
former co-host, by the way.
Yeah. Uh,
Man, with all the names that we have, if you look at the description by now, you can probably figure out where our old podcast was if you can find it.
oh yes, oh yes.
But
Probably never gonna upload to it, but
I mean, who knows? Anything can happen.
oh yes.
But back to the Fall Guys thing though.
Oh yeah,
So I
that
haven't played it in maybe 2 years
two
before me and
years.
you played.
Oh,
So
you
I did not realize the game had died that hard.
yeah, no, there was only like what at most 30 people in that the
It
one couple matches that we got.
Yes. I remember
Oh
one of them
man,
was like
yes.
18. It was low.
And in the videos that I watched,
And
there
it
was
just kept on getting
47.
lower. Yeah, no, the game has died. And I'm sure by the time this comes out, it'll somehow be even more dead.
And they're still coming out with merch for it. U2's
You know,
has or U2's dropped a Fall Guys Fall Guys like plushies line, and
oh, that's what you had sent me.
I that was a new thing, by the way. That wasn't from years ago. I
I
don't even
thought
know
that
how
that was
old U2's
outdated.
is. Yeah, no, it's not outdated. That was released a couple days ago. As of this recording, for I guess for context,
So
today is November 3rd of 24. So you can dear listener, you kind of can understand now why we are talking about such outdated information.
the plushes are of an Among Us, I think, like the Fall Guys Among Us costumes, and
And also,
also the
don't tell
dreaded Hatsune Miku.
yeah, don't tell Nicholas. Don't tell Nicholas.
He'll,
He might actually get it.
if he learns of it somehow, he probably will.
I totally will not. He's
But
online right now. I totally won't be sending it to him in private DM right now.
if you don't, I don't think he'll learn of it because Fall Guys is not, as the
Yeah,
Twitter people say, relevant.
I don't think he likes U2s anyways. I mean, U2s is pretty mid. They're plushies. I have one plush from them. It's a Vanny plushie, and it sucks to say the least. It's so poorly made. I mean, I love U2s as figures, but their plushies, I will not even lie to you and say that they're actually good. They're not. They're terrible. Oh, I cannot. I
They're
cannot.
I don't have an opinion on YouTubes, I guess. I've never gone through and looked at them.
Oh, I should totally send you one. I should totally pre-order one
Do
for you
not.
and give it to you.
Do not do that.
Or I guess next time you come over, you can look at my collection because I got quite a few of them.
Oh, true, yeah, I could just always do that.
Oh yes, because
Is
you know,
I don't know the difference between YouTubes and what's the other one? Funko Pops.
the difference is the U2's figures are more detailed. They're extremely detailed, and they put a lot more time and effort into designing them and making them. Funko Pops, they're just very generic. I mean, the older ones, they're coming out with more detailed ones too. Actually,
Man, those things they had to have been around for a while because I remember I got a I don't know. I think it was just called Pop. I don't
Pop.
remember the word Funko being on it, but I got like a Pop figure, and it was of Carnage, like the Spider-Man villain.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And you'll never forgive me for this. Keep in
Oh
mind,
no.
I was young. I
Yes. Okay.
unboxed it.
You. Well, I mean, to be fair, I've unboxed quite a few of mine. I have a
Oh,
I have
okay.
a very I have a free floating shelf that has actually quite a few of them, and uh Funko Pop lovers, don't kill me, please. I have at least three really good ones outside of their box right now. Three of them that are worth quite a bit of money, and I didn't know that until after the fact. And I'm not going to go and repurchase them inside the box. Uh,
Ooh, I've had a very similar experience to something completely different.
with
I
what?
was even younger at the time,
Oh no, the excuses of
and
being young.
no, like I'm not kidding. I think I was 9. But a game that I kind of grew up with is Castle Crashers. Very excited for that DLC. Hopefully by the time this uploads, it'll be out.
Oh yeah, I still got to play that game.
It's so fun. But yeah, I grew up with that game, and around don't remember the exact year, but I was really getting back into it. And my brother, who's quite a few years older than me, took notice of it, and he bought me an Orange Knight collection set, I guess. And it came in a little display case, and he had three weapons with him and a shield, I think. And
Dang.
I played with that thing so much, and I lost all of the weapons and the shield and the display case somehow. It was big, so or
So everything that
bigger
mattered.
than the actual Orange Knight. Yeah, so I don't know how I lost that. I'm actually looking at the price right now because I forgot. But I
Oh my gosh.
remember maybe a year or so later, he looked at the price and the whole thing together was like 199 and he got it for 13 bucks at the time, I think. So it went up in value a lot in just a year.
Why the heck
And
was
I was like, "Oh,
9-year-old
I
you
guess I
given
can't
that?
sell it." I I don't think he realized it was the collector thing either. So he was just like, "Oh, this is a Castle Crashers toy. How nice." And then gave it to me. And I'm looking at it right now because I still have the Orange Knight somewhere on a shelf. But yeah, it's just the Orange Knight because I lost everything else.
Oh yes.
So my bad. And also I have to confess to another crime. This is a confession, this first episode, to all of my crimes against U2's pop figures, whatever,
It's an open field,
collectibles.
this first one is, so it's fine.
I have a vague memory of trying to take off the head of the
What? No.
of the Carnage figure. Oh jeez.
That's every collector's nightmare. Why would you do that? You made so many people cringe right now in those few words, including me.
I was I was young. I don't remember if I did that for sure, but I just remember like I was, trying to play with it or whatever, and then I was like, huh, I wonder if this head comes off.
I don't
And
think
then I
being
think I
young is a good
tried.
enough excuse at this point or something like that.
Well, I didn't get the concept of collectibles. If you gave me something plastic, I was gonna play with it. Plastic bags, I want to breathe in it. I don't know.
Wow.
Okay, so I think oh, it's actually on sale. So it did go up,
Sun
but on
sale.
eBay, the
On
lowest
eBay.
price for it is $94.
eBay.
Yes, and it's on sale because it was $220.
Oh, geez.
And that's for a pre-owned one.
Wow.
So oops. I didn't know what I was doing.
You were too young to know.
Oh, it's a first edition new ground. Oh wait, what?
Gosh.
I don't know. Maybe that's false
You
advertising.
need to,
I
you
feel.
should probably stop. You should probably stop.
I'm sorry. I think I like got crown or something on the night too. I don't remember.
Wow.
It was a
Wow.
mistake. Okay, I didn't know what I had in my hands. I know now.
I think that even a 9-year-old knows something like how much worth a collectible has because of things like
I
Pokemon cards.
okay. Here's the thing. I did not grow up with Pokemon that
You,
far.
you uncultured swine. You're
I
lying.
watched Pokemon when I was really younger,
You watched
but
Pokemon.
then by the time I was like 6, I was like, oh, I don't really like this anymore.
You had a 2DS. Have you never played a Pokemon game or something?
I not on a 2DS, no.
Ah,
I did play the Pokemon Ruby game. I forgot
Pokemon
what
Ruby.
the other game because they come in pairs. So it's like
The
Ruby and I think Emerald,
Ruby and Sapphire.
Sapphire. Oh,
Did you
that's so much
play
cooler.
did
But
you play the original Ruby and Sapphire or did you play the remakes Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
I played uh oh no, my crimes. Okay, my brother did this, so it's not my fault. I played
Oh
it on an
no.
emulator and it was the original.
An emulator.
Yes.
We're not
I didn't know. I played it
Nintendo's going
on
to
a
sue you.
tablet on an emulator.
Nintendo will remember this and they will be showing up at your house with a cease and desist.
I didn't know what exactly it was. My brother was just like, "Hey, here's a Pokemon game for you. I put it on your tablet." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Nintendo,
I didn't
I know you're listening. I know you're go to
Nintendo.
his house instead of mine
If it
because
makes you
I've
feel better,
purchased the remake.
I've never emulated another one of your games again. I learned my lesson. But if it comes down to it, I will be. No, I'm kidding.
But your brother didn't learn his lesson.
My brother was much older than me at the time. He has no excuse. He knew he was making me do a crime.
He should have led by example.
He should have. He should have told me no. Pirating is wrong. Do not sail the seven seas. But he didn't. He got me into my next confession. I still emulate to this day. I lied. No,
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There was one thing that I collected when I was like a fairly young age, I guess, and I stopped collecting it, but I took care of them.
What was it?
I collected snow globes,
Tell me
which is
about
a
that
lot
hobby.
less cool than than Funko
Tell
Pops.
me, tell me about that hobby. I'm not gonna make fun of you for it because that's a legitimate hobby that people have collecting snow globes. In fact, I had a fascination with snow globes too. So it's like, I don't think it's goofy or weird in any way. I'm sure some people probably do, but tell us
Yeah.
about that hobby.
Well, you know what? I live in Texas. We're okay with our weirdness.
Snow globes in Texas. That is
No.
a very backwards concept now that I think about it. You know what?
Okay,
I
here's the
take back
thing.
everything that I just said. It's weird.
No, stop.
It's
Be
it's
accepting.
weird.
Um, no, when going back to my early youngling days, um, somebody had given me, I guess you could call it a snow globe, but it didn't have anything to do with snow. It was an aquarium snow globe. And it's like a little antique from like a gift shop that you get if you go to the aquarium here in Texas.
Oh,
But yeah, there was no snow in it. It just has like it's really small. It has I don't want to call it glitter. What would you? It's like shiny confetti.
I think that's a
So,
good
and it
description
has like a
for it.
background of like realistic turtles and fish.
Oh, I
And
see.
so, I had that and I had it in my room and I would just be like, this would be cool, but I kind of want to look at snow. I don't get to do that. And so, I ended up getting a different snow globe and I would put it next to my other one and it became a downward spiral of addiction from there. No, I'm kidding. I only bought like four more.
That's an addiction still. One was too
I
many.
don't have any on my wish list right now, I promise.
Christmas is coming up. You should you should have snow globes on your list.
No, most of the snow globes I got are Christmas. I have one it's like a nativity scene. I have one where it's like a reindeer kind of holding a snow globe with a smaller reindeer inside. That's just imprisonment.
Oh,
uh
dang.
and then I have two music playing ones. Oh, and I forgot about that one. I got one from Chicago.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I guess I did understand collectibles when I was young. Well, not really. Those aren't collectibles. Just like a
Not
little.
the correct and socially acceptable collectibles.
I had my little hobby of collecting snow globes, but actual collectibles, things that were like meant to be collected, I didn't understand.
Sigh, there's so much for you to learn. I'm sure that carried into your
Yeah.
adult life.
Adult is an exaggeration, let's be honest. But no, I mean, I guess I still don't really collect collectibles. You know, my snow globe collecting came and went. I've been stuck at I think 7 or 6 for a while now,
Oh,
quite a
I
few
see.
years. And yeah, I never collected things after that.
I think that's a good thing because when it comes to collecting things, it's really easy uh to go from collecting to hoarding things. That can happen very fast. Um and I
True.
learned that lesson. Um because I know we joked around about my addiction to buying, you know, YouTuber merch and all that and just, you know, buying a bunch of merch.
Very true. Very true.
Uh if we're being honest, it kind of was for a little bit there, but it was also like
Oh, hold up. No kind of about it. It was like weekly, bi-daily, he would be sending me screenshots of like, oh, this new YouTube merch just got released, gotta buy this. And I was like, please stop. Your
oh,
wallet
of
is
the YouTube's
begging you.
figures or something.
YouTube's, there's another thing, but upon recent allegations, maybe I shouldn't mention
Oh,
it.
Mr. Beast.
You did have a habit of buying Feastables
Don't worry, we're gonna be
with
talking
the
about Mr.
intention
Beast
of
soon. I don't do that anymore. I actually no, that's a lie. The other day I bought Feastables again, but it was the cookies and cream flavor, and the only reason I did was because I wanted to see if it tasted better than the Hershey's one. And if we're being 100% honest, or if I'm being 100% honest, it tastes no different than the Hershey's one. I'm not even joking. It's very identical.
I'm saying this as a joke, by the way. There's just like a factory where they're unpackaging Hershey's, like the cookies and cream, and putting them into Feastables wrappers.
It's like Hershey's but thicker. It's really thick. That's the thing with the
Uh,
Feastal's new formula. It's really thick chocolate. There's so much sugar in that thing. It's diabetes in one bar.
I've never had a Feastables, so I don't know. I never wanted to. It never interested me.
If you ever do, I would not suggest getting the new ones. I would try to find the old ones. I mean, they're more bitter in flavor,
They're
but the
probably
thing
stale at
is,
this point, or old.
I mean, well, not really. I mean, they still taste fine. Oh no, I got a little bit of a, I got a problem, Marcus. I
What have
got a
you
problem
done?
right now. I'm, I feel I feel a sneeze coming on.
That's your problem.
That's my problem. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
Just
I don't
do
need
it
to
into
make
the
another.
mic.
Why is it that every time that I start recording something, I need to sneeze at some point?
It just. I don't think you realize how often you sneeze until you're recording.
Yeah, and I've been
And
recording
then
for a
you,
long time.
like me or you, have to like listen to it back. And then you like catch all the times you did it.
There should be a compilation of
Why
all the
don't we talk
times.
about that? Yeah,
What?
we should. Why don't you talk about your apology video before you end up having to add on to it?
But at this point, I think that I would have uploaded that by now.
By now, oh, so that's coming out soon.
I don't think there's much to talk about it then, because by now we'll be in like freaking middle of January. So
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Wait, okay, so you're are you uploading that apology video pre 2025 or after?
it'd probably be this year yet. It would probably be 2024 still that I get that done. It's only going to be like a short thing
Aaron, I expect at least an hour long apology video.
with the ukulele.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I should do what
Yes.
KSI did. I should pretend I'm going to apologize and then laugh and say "suck it."
I did not know he did that, but that's interesting.
Oh, have you not been on top of the news with KSI lately?
Uh, wait, was he, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Was he the one that released that new song that everybody hates?
Yes, that's him. That's him.
Uh, yeah, I've heard about that, but
The,
I don't like follow him on anything. I don't do any of that.
I don't follow him on anything either, really. I just happen to see other people talking about him, and I'm like, this guy is a goofball. It's kind of funny seeing some of the things that people do to clown on him. It's ridiculous.
The the only two controversies that I've heard about him was just Feastables and that new song.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, it was Lunchly was the thing.
Or you're right, yeah, Lunchly.
Yeah, Lunchly.
By the way, are you buying that?
I was gonna try them. I was just hoping that there would be mold and I'd be able to capitalize on it, but I'm not going to even take that risk now. There's no point in investing. What would that be? I wanted to get all three of them, so like roughly $3 or $4 to get those, just for there to be mold in them, and then potentially breathing it in and getting sick. I don't want to do that.
Literal poison.
Besides, it's not even available in our area yet. Heck, I can't even find it online either.
I wonder if it will be. They got money. I'm sure it can keep going strong for a little while longer.
It's supposed to be released now, but it's like it's not in. I would think that it would be in Texas, but I don't see anything even close to Texas where it would be.
You know, I did hear about that actually. That it was like hard for people to get in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
No, okay, so yeah, no, it's still going. I thought I had heard something about it being discontinued, but that was just a rumor.
But being discontinued. Yeah, people are making fun of it, saying stuff like that. It's not discontinued as far as I know right now, only because Logan Paul
Uh,
said so.
Yeah, as of the time of recording this, it's apparently not discontinued.
Remember that everything we say don't take literally because this is being pre-recorded. Well, actually, I guess I should say this too. The first few episodes are going to be pre-recorded so that we can launch this podcast efficiently and for it to be productive. But it will
With
also be,
consistency.
yeah, with consistency. But we will also, like, they will be pre-recorded, but it's like it won't be like so far in advance, and things will be fresh, like stuff that like just happened, if not talking about it like a week after at the latest. But the first few episodes they're gonna be pre-recorded like super far in advance. Obviously, we're recording this one like 2 months ahead of time.
I'd say that's a fair amount of time to get a few of them at least.
Oh yeah, so yes, we'll probably have like the first like three or four done. Anyways, as I was saying about my merch thing, or the collectibles was what it was, collectibles and collecting things. It was a problem for a little bit there for me that I was just getting like any merch that I could get, but it was not like I was just buying everything that I saw. There was like rhyme and reason to it. And at a certain point, if you're it could have turned into that I was just buying everything that I saw, and just ended up being hoarding and it wasn't collecting anymore. It went from almost becoming that to I dialed back a little bit and only bought things that I like absolutely wanted to get that would look good in the collection, and I'm not buying as much anymore. And
I just remembered there was one more thing that I had started collecting, and it was actually very recent.
oh my goodness, what is it?
I have an addiction to buying ugly stuffed animals.
I think I know
Not
exactly where
kidding.
it
Most
started.
most of them were gifts.
I think I know exactly where it
Yes.
started.
I don't know how popular the meme is, but if you just type in ugly Garfield plush,
Oh, Fargiel.
you should find it very fast. Yeah, I call it Fargield.
What was my
But
names? Because you got one and I got one, but I don't remember what we named mine.
I don't remember. Yes, we all, me, Alex, and Nicholas all have our own bootleg Garfield. They're made in
Yes.
China, and they're not at all part of the Garfield brand, but it's obvious who it's supposed to be. But it was so hideous that I just thought, I need something else like this.
I think there was something like there was like a defect with yours too, like with the with the eyes, and it made it look goofier than it was intended to be.
Oh yeah, for some reason, like mine looks like it's about to fall asleep.
Keep in mind,
You know,
it wasn't, or for the viewer, keep in mind that it wasn't targeted that he got the defects. They were all like vacuum sealed, so you wouldn't have been able to tell. But it was just unfortunate that his had the eyeball thing.
it was so hideous when it was vacuum sealed too. It looked like somebody threw spaghetti and vacuum sealed it.
Oh
Like if
yes,
you were looking at the back, you wouldn't have seen the face and be like, "Oh, gross, a bag of vomit," until you just open the bag and it inflates on its own.
that was an ugly
But
process watching it inflate.
it was like watching a baby be born.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was hideous, but wasn't the result just so worth it? Mm.
Oh yes,
No,
oh
but when
yes.
people found out that I really liked looking at such an ugly creature, they started gifting me the ugliest things they could find.
I am responsible for at least two of them. I think two of them. Two or three of them. I don't
Yes.
remember because I think one that it was that one like praying dude and the fat seal, and I'm pretty sure we gave
I
you
found out
a
that that is an
pug.
actual animal. Or
The
is it?
big seal?
Maybe I got tricked by AI.
The
Yeah,
big
no, there's
seal's
like
an
this
animal?
no, not the big seal, the praying thing. Well, the thing that
No.
looks like it's spraying. No, it has. Okay, so if you type in, just you're doing a lot of homework today for anyone listening.
Ah,
If you
yes.
type in like Area 51 alien meme and you see this little blob creature with a long nose like putting his hands together, I have a plush
Area
version of that.
51. Area 51. I'm looking it up too because I want to see it.
Yes. So just type in
Oh
like
my god,
area.
it's hideous. Oh, ew. The meme is me explaining the entire prequel timeline, and it's Putin, and the in the other chair
And he's
it's
like
the
sitting with the little blob.
yeah it's, he's sitting with the blob. It's Putin explaining all that to the alien that he got from Area 51. Those memes are so old
Oh,
now. What was that, 2018 that was trending?
when did the Area 51 raid happen?
Area 50, I don't remember. I think it was 2017, 2018. Area
I didn't
51
realize
raid
it was
date.
so long ago.
Storm Area 51. 2019 is what it was. I was wrong.
2019.
2019 was when it was. Yeah. 7 people actually got arrested for that. And it was a Facebook thing. I did not know that. It was a Facebook thing. I saw it all over YouTube.
I didn't even hear when it was supposed to happen.
I wonder how people
Obviously,
even
wouldn't have
thought
gone
that was going to
anyways.
happen. It's like,
But
I'm sure they got like freaking turrets
th-
and
I
snipers
mean,
there.
a lot of people went, but like apparently most of them just stayed outside the gate, and like a few people tried to run individually.
I'm pretty sure
So,
that's the
very
seven
easy to
people.
stop.
I know that. Uh, I know that Mr. Beast made a video doing that, storming Area 51, but he was one of the people that just sat out there. I think the
Oh, well, there you
closest
go.
I think the closest of the group that actually made it even remotely close to Area 51 was Chandler, I think. And he was just being a
They
goofball.
like shoved him. That's the only reason.
Yes.
No, actually, that sounds so familiar. Was it a Mr. Beast video? I don't I don't remember, but I think it was where they were like doing Pokemon Go, and
Pokemon Go.
yeah, they were playing Pokemon Go, and it was like oh, let's see what Pokemon are at Area 51.
Pokemon Go stereotypes? No, that's 2016. That's not it.
It's a very 2016 meme.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody? This might be insensitive, but didn't somebody die while playing Pokemon Go
Yeah,
around
somebody
that
walked
time?
like
That
right
is
off a
popular.
cliff. There was a lot of people who got either hurt or killed because of playing that game. It's a reason why I'm never going to play it. I've been asked to. I've been asked to make videos on it, and I've been asked, heck, even by my girlfriend to play it, and I just won't play it because of how dangerous it is. It is a very dangerous game. I think just AR games in general are relatively dangerous.
Good thing that Five Nights at Freddy's tried to capitalize off that. No, I'm kidding. No, but
It was
I
like
never played
that
it,
one's
but
different. FNAF AR was
y-
different. In fact, actually, FNAF AR is discontinued, but there is a fan game which I don't know if I played it yet. Uh, as of when you're listening to this, it's called Forsaken AR, and I heard that it's FNAF AR, but everything that people wanted. But what was different with FNAF AR, and the only reason I played it was because you weren't walking around per se. You were just standing in one spot and like spinning around, like as if it was VR, but it's actually AR. So that game was safer to play. But Pokemon Go, as you're moving around, you're walking
you
places,
were
you're actually
encouraged
going
to walk
places.
around.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's dangerous.
I saw somebody not that long ago, like less than a year, and they were playing Pokemon Go, and I was sitting behind them, and they made a joke to me and said, "Is it raining outside?" And I turned and looked out the window, and it was, and it had been raining a little bit hard for a while. And then he said, "Oh, I didn't even notice. The only reason I knew is because it was raining in the Pokemon Go world."
What the
Which I
shit? Are
didn't
you
know it does
serious?
that. Apparently it shows your weather, I guess.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until he said it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool," but also this rain has been pouring.
Wow.
I mean, it's impressive. Still not gonna get it, but that's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm still never gonna play it. I'm never gonna make a series on that game. Hell no. I don't want to make it.
You say that, but maybe if you ever do a charity live stream, if things ever like pop off like that,
I don't know.
you could make that like a goal. 10,000 donations. I do Pokemon Go.
Oh, I could totally see myself doing that. Get it? Let's get into this dollar amount, and I'll actually play Pokemon Go. I was actually gonna do that for Genshin Impact or Fortnite. I was never gonna play it, and then someday, if like I needed any like particular reason to encourage people to do something, I'd be like, okay, guys, let's hit this certain goal, and I will play Fortnite or play this, or I'll play Genshin Impact. I played Genshin Impact once, and you know this.
I
You
thought you
you know
did.
this. Yeah, I played Genshin Impact once. I don't like the game. I don't like that style of game. I joke around about hating Genshin Impact so much, but the only reason really is it's just it's just too laid back. It's too
Oh, this
they
is
don't
an
really
older one.
they don't really describe what you're supposed to do. They don't tell you anything. You're supposed to just figure it out yourself. And I know there was like key things that showed you where you needed to be, but it's just too much. It was just too much. Too much. It was.
um,
I like games that are like more structured. Genshin Impact is not that. Not at all.
it's funny because I actually have the exact opposite opinion, but what an open discussion that will become.
Really, really. What's your
Yes,
opinion on it?
okay. So the thing I was gonna mention whenever you said like there wasn't enough like guidance or
Yeah,
however you worded
yeah,
that,
yeah.
there are a lot of times where I'll be watching your gameplay, even editing, and you will miss the most obvious clue.
I
Not
don't
even
know
a
what it
clue, just
is.
like jumping out to you and being like, "Hey, go this way," and you'll somehow miss it.
I don't know what it is. I'm like if you watch my videos, most of that's usually edited out, but I do that so often and I do notice that and I'm like, what the shit is going on with my brain in like those moments when I need to be figuring it out. Actually, it's been getting better recently. Because I mean, a big clue in Dead Giveaway that it used to happen so much more was my Granny series, the very first series I ever did on YouTube. Granny took way too long for me to finish, and even after the series ended, I still went back and still had never beaten the game yet. It took me. I'll look it up real quick. It just took way too long.
By
Uh,
the way, your Genshin stream that you did was around a year ago, so it was about
yeah.
this time.
Let me.
About that time where you were much worse about missing those kinds of things. One of the more recent videos that I've edited for Alex, what was it called? The Clap Monster? Oh, what a name.
Clap, clap,
If you want to
clap,
try
clap,
to spell this out, it's
clap,
called
clap.
Flip Ploopity Clop. It's the Clap Monster.
Yeah, that video.
Yes. And that half of that video, they are trying to highlight this window. Sorry for spoilers.
Yeah,
But they're
yeah,
trying to highlight a window. This is kind of the only spoiler I'll give. And he missed it. There are times that I just would edit it out, but I think I counted around 10, somewhere around there, of just different attempts of him trying the same thing over and over again and not working because he wasn't following the instructions.
yeah.
I had actually even made a small edit, but I don't think I told you about this one. And it's if you blink you miss it kind of edit. But the first time that you run past the highlighted window, I put text above it and I just put, "Are you for real?"
Yes, yes, yes. I love the way that you edit videos. It's fantastic. It's like lighthearted, dry humor that you put into the video, as if for mine in particular, we have like this interesting like you can tell who went back and put in specific things, but you've like this very unique editing style that puts in like memes in like the perfect spots, and you clip out the exact things that you need to clip out. You're just a fantastic editor, like for sure, for
Thank you.
sure.
I've been doing my best to learn it recently.
Thing is, thing is, I used to try doing that, but I just couldn't. For me, because I edit my videos other than the ones that the ones that Marcus does, I edit mine, and all I really do is clip out the segments that I either don't want in there or where it took too long to figure something out, and then I add an intro and outro. Marcus has like this it's a really fun style, and I just enjoy going back and watching the videos that he specifically edited. I don't watch my videos, but those, what was it, two of them? It was clap
Well,
clap.
it's been well, as the time of recording, yes, it's been two. It's the clap
Yeah.
clap one and a part one to your more recent series. It's Pop Goes Arcade. The video is called "It Took Too Long to Get This" or to get to this.
Pop Goes Arcade. Yeah. Pop Goes Arcade's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's probably gonna be my new rival game next to Granny.
That was a lot
Seriously.
of footage to go through.
At least 50 minutes, I believe. 50 minutes for episode 1. 50 minutes narrowed down. He had watched through everything and cut out 30 minutes of that thing. Just
It,
crazy. I can't believe that.
there was so much of like either you were silent or it was just like repeating, not like you repeating,
Yeah.
but like the game was repeating. And
Yeah.
so I was just like, dang, I should really like find a way to cut out most of this without just erasing half this video. And well, what do you know? I ended up erasing a little bit more than half. But I think the video turned out well.
I don't laugh at my own videos, but you made me laugh with my own footage. I think that's something special there. That's good. That's really good.
That's just what I'm trying to do, I guess. Like your
Yeah.
footage alone, it's like, yeah, this is enough to be a video, but it's like trying to push it beyond that, I guess. It's like, take
Yeah.
the funny moment you're given and try to put like another spin on it for that extra layer of comedy. And
Yeah.
that's just kind of how I try to edit things.
To a certain extent, like when you edited my first one, what I was going to do was I was going to upload yours and I was going to upload my version, which was just, the the way that I edit it and just clip out like the the stuff that like absolutely was necessary to clip. But I was like, no, these videos that he's editing for me, they're perfect after he edits them. There is no reason for me to upload my version. There is no reason at all.
That's another thing. I upload occasionally. Alex has his channel, Alex Dog One. I have my own that I upload to much less often than him, but I
Yeah.
use it mostly for editing practice. So, I with the host, going back to them that we were gonna create our first podcast with, um, we still talk. There was no like falling out or anything. It's just we never got around to it.
Yeah.
And so, here, like on my channel, I mostly just do the gameplays that I do with them. And there's a lot of funny moments, and I'm like, oh dang, that was pretty funny. I want to like edit it. I want to put some funny edits, and so that's how I get my editing practice. And I take what I learned from that, and then I use it on Alex's videos.
It's also interesting. I noticed you actually uploaded a video before I did recently, and I noticed that and I was like, I usually end up uploading the videos before either you or Andy does. It's the Lethal Company one. I haven't uploaded that one yet. Or well,
Oh,
I
no.
uploaded it
Oh,
past November, but
well, you have a lot of footage to go through. I kind of get around to these
I
quicker.
got I
Oh,
got
were
like an
you
hour of
referring to
footage.
that short video?
The short video, yeah, the short one. That day, you might recall that day when I was playing around with jumping down the shaft, and then I was survived the first like two times, and then I died that third time. The same
Yes.
the same day where I also had like the most traumatizing experience with the monster like being on the other side of the cage, and he just kept trying to get at me.
Yes.
I can't
Those
imagine
are
that in VR. That would have been terrifying in VR.
Ooh, I think I got my footage out of order there. I didn't notice. I have that video up on my channel of where what Alex is just referring to, where he jumped down the elevator shaft once and survived and thought, "Oh, I can do it again," and then he died.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um, I
yes,
have that uploaded, but that was the most footage that I ever cut out because that was about 2 hours of recording, and that video was
yeah,
14 minutes long with
yeah.
cuts.
My
So it
video
was just,
probably will end up being like 40 minutes, probably 30 minutes, I hope.
yeah, it's just mine was less of like trying to put up the whole gameplay we did and just like, hey, here's a funny little highlight.
Yeah,
And I also got to learn how to use transitions in that video, which I think I have used once on a video I've done for you. Oh, that's another thing. Whenever I edit videos for Alex, I think you actually mentioned it, but you do the intro and outro still. I just do the rest.
yeah.
Oh, and I'm not sure how much time we have left, but there is one more thing that I want to talk about, and we kind of passed over it for a second. That
Oh yeah.
short that I uploaded.
What shirt was that?
Uh, the Lethal Company one, where that video hasn't even come out yet on your channel.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I had heard, and I wasn't thinking whenever I uploaded this short, but I heard a lot of cautionary tales saying, "Do not use shorts in your channel; it will kill your channel."
No, I disagree with that 100%.
I think things have kind of changed in terms of that because that was an
Yeah,
older video I saw.
yeah.
But I was afraid of doing shorts because I thought, oh, I don't want to be a shorts channel. I mean, I'm trying to
I'd
edit
encourage you to
anyways,
do
but
more of them. Because I do a few of them here and there. I used to upload more of them, but I use shorts as like an advertisement almost because shorts get pushed out more than long form videos do in the YouTube algorithm. And if you like take those clips and you post enough of them and you make sure to link the video in the related video, it is literally free advertising if you use the hashtags and if it's like a relevant topic. It is free advertising. That's how I got like at least 100 subscribers from just shorts.
yeah, the short, I completely forgot. The thing is, if you're trying to play by the YouTube algorithm, shorts just really are your way to
Yeah,
kind of like get your channel out there because um I for in YouTube Studio you can kind of see the views that you're getting.
yeah.
And I check back every now and then. Like whenever I do upload, that is. But I noticed that I went from a jump from about 5 average viewers to like 600. It jumped in the past few months, like combining that with the videos that I've uploaded in the past month. I kind of like freaked out for a second because I was like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" And I thought about it, I was like, "Oh, it's the short. Like it's the short that's over there just ranking in views." And sure enough, right now it's sitting at 598. I see what you're saying. Put shorts out there and get your channel out.
Yeah.
But it's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. Like I enjoy editing through the longer form videos because that's how I get my practice. And if I'm making shorts, I'm getting less of that practice because I'm making such a small video. But
I'm gonna like slightly change the topic, but also not. But before I do, I wanted to quickly say that um, it's a quick promo for you that if you do need an editor, I would highly recommend Marcus. Obviously, I was praising
okay.
him and his work with the videos that he's done. He's a phenomenal editor. I highly recommend him. So I guess what are the easiest ways to reach you so that if someone does come across it that they can contact you?
Oh, okay, so about that, I was gonna make a post on
Oh
my
yes.
YouTube page. I messed up. I didn't know that if you type out the post and then you accidentally like click somewhere else, it'll erase your post.
Yeah, it does that.
So I had like this whole thing typed out on the post page and I don't know what I was thinking. I clicked on my home page and then I was like, "Oh wait." And I went back to post and it was gone. And I was like, "Okay, another time." But probably by the time that this is out, hopefully, I'm going to have a post on my YouTube page. It's just Swag Pug Dude. And
Swag pug dude.
I'm gonna
Yes,
have a
yes.
link to a Discord server Because as far as I know, you can't just DM someone on Discord if you're not at least in the same server as them.
That depends on your settings. You can't just DM them, but you have to send a friend request first, and then you can DM them.
And, by the time that this is uploaded, hopefully I'm pretty good at it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty easy with Alex's videos because we both, I don't know, I kind of understand usually what he wants in the video and like in terms of editing. And like even if I'm putting my own twist on it sometimes, but like I understand the parts that's like, oh, this doesn't need to be here, or he wants this here. And also, we're talking during the editing process, so I'm getting notes.
yeah. It's
So
just
it's pretty easy to work with Alex as an
yeah.
editor. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I'm more experienced by the time this comes out. How should we wrap this up? He's getting ready to sneeze. He wants to blow your ears
No, no, I'm
before you click
not.
off the video.
No, liar, fib, fib,
He messaged me
fib.
right now and said he's gonna do it.
Anyways, I think that was a good healthy conversation for this first episode, and uh for the for the listener, you now got a like sample of what the rest of this podcast is going to be, except from here on out it's going to be more structured. It was more open conversation this first one, just so we get the ball rolling, because who the heck wants to start off something like, all uptight and structured? I don't like doing that. um but
Imagine
yeah,
if we came in here and said, "Let's only talk about Black Ops 6." Like that would have
Black
barely
Ops.
been a podcast.
We could have a whole episode just about Black Ops 6 and all my opinions on it. Uh,
I haven't seen
all of
or
my
played it,
opinions.
so
But anyways, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for listening. Um Next week, I don't know what the topic's going to be, but at this point I would list what the next topic for next week is going to be. But until then,
make sure to hit that like button and no, I'm kidding.
I'm wishing you safe travels
Drink lots of water when traveling.
and yeah, what he said, and be sure to tune in next week.
Okay, bye.